headquarters to give you some tips on our writing. We have a special guest with us today, Miss Delila DoRight. Delila, thank you for visiting Tri-Central Elementary with us today. We're so excited to take our iSTEP test, and we're so excited to show you what our Tri-Central Elementary students know.
Oh, I am so happy to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me. I love to visit the best schools in Indiana and come by and ask them to write great essays for me because I love to read what our A schools do. Love them.
Great. Well, Delila, we would love it if you shared with us how we can do well on our iSTEP test. Would you have any suggestions, like maybe dyeing our hair pink, wearing a pink scarf?
No.
Any of those things going to work for us?
No, none of that helps,
Okay.
I'm afraid.
All
I
right.
know it helps me. I really tried to look my best today, but it does nothing for your writing, I'm afraid. But I would love to talk to your students. Could you have them come in?
Sure. Please, go right ahead.
Well, where are they?
I don't know. You're talking to them now, Delila.
Now, how am I? They're not in there.
Delila, they're there. They're on the video screen. They're watching you right now.
Oh, I thought you were going to have them come in here.
Lord.
Oh, my gosh. So really, I need to just, I gotcha. Okay.
Just talk to them.
Hi, kids. It's so good to be here. Can they hear me?
I'm sure they can, Delila.
Okay.
Just prep a little bit. You look great. Go ahead. Continue to
Did you, first of all, have you met my best friend, Granny iSTEP? Have you met her?
Never heard of her.
Well, anyway, she's my best friend, and she and I are the graders at the iSTEP grading headquarters. And I just wanted to have a shout out for Granny. Hi, Granny. Shout out. Love you. Oh, what were we talking about? Oh, iSTEP. Tips for iSTEP writing. That's my job, and I take it very seriously. So what I need you to know are some very, very simple things. First of all, do I look good?
You look marvelous.
Okay.
I guess.
All right. So anyway, did I tell you who I was? Okay, Delila DoRight. That's my name, and I'm really best buds with Granny iSTEP. But I have the best job in the world. I get to read all of your writing on the iSTEP. After you all take your iSTEP test, your principal, that's you, right?
That's
Mr.
me.
Miller?
Yes,
Good to meet
yes,
you,
yes.
Mr. Miller.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
Mr.
Delila.
Miller packs up all your tests and he ships them away in boxes, and the boxes come to me at our iSTEP headquarters, and Granny and I are handed them, and we are asked to grade them based on how well and how detailed they are, and if they answer the questions being asked. Very good detail. And I just sit back and I drink my iced tea, and I read and I read and I read, and I enjoy. Last year I got to read Tri-Central students once, and they were so good. I cannot wait for this year's. I just loved it. Anyway, it was like being on vacation. Granny and I both we wear glasses now, so we struggle. So there's certain stories that we have trouble reading. Oh, that was what I was going to tell you. We struggle. So you've got to write neatly. You've got to remember, Granny always says this, and I love her tips, N-I-C-C. Write N neatly. Neatly. I can't read if you don't write neatly. And if I can't read it, I can't grade it, and it gets a 0. So please be very, very careful when you're writing so I can read it. And if you can't write with cursive, print it. But make sure you're doing it very nicely. And if you have to erase something, erase it all the way. And then write over it so I can read what you wrote over. Very big tip. The I in NICC stands for interesting. I need detail. I need a lot of detail. We love adjectives, and we want words to paint the picture. We want to see what you're talking about. Adjectives, let us smell it, let us see it, let us taste it. We want to be where you're taking us. Tell me about it. I can't wait to hear. The C stands for complete sentences. Make certain that you have a subject and a verb phrase. Gotta have those. And then add in all those wonderful details. details like the adjectives that describe the subjects and nouns, and the adverbs that describe the verbs. And don't forget prepositional phrases. Oh, can I put this down? Prepositional phrases are like in the house, out the door, under the bed.
You mean like in the house?
In the house.
Okay,
yes,
okay, got it.
No wonder your kids are smart.
Yeah, they're
Mr.
smart.
Miller.
Absolutely.
Prepositional phrases. We love them. And the other C in NICC says check your writing. I loved when we made this one up because you need to write. And then go back to check. Did you capitalize the appropriate things at the beginning of the sentence? Proper nouns like states and names. All those are important. Make sure you punctuate. Every sentence has a punctuation at the end. Period, question mark, exclamation point. All kinds of those wonderful punctuations. And indent your paragraph. When I'm reading, I prefer about that much, about an inch, so that it looks like an indentation and I know it's a neat paragraph. And then make sure at the very end, we have to make sure we have our introduction, and then give me your specifics in your next paragraphs. Make sure I get all your details. And in the very end, conclude. Make sure you tell me what you told me. And it ties it up like a nice, neat bow. And then I get done. Sipping my iced tea, give it that big fat A, ship it on off back to Mr. Miller. Oh, I love my job.
6 points. They get 6
They
points.
do. So could you please make sure you do the NICC, Mr. Miller? Remember, what does N stand for?
N, write neatly. I stands for interesting. Make it interesting.
Picture.
The first C stands for complete sentences. The second C stands for check your writing.
Oh, I can't wait. Your school is going to be awesome at this. Guys, just remember, I will be your grader. You're usually not supposed to be your grader, but it's a secret. So this is Delila DoRight. And can I meet them next time in person?
Maybe we can make that happen. We'll see. I don't want you to scare anybody, Delila.
I know my beauty is just
Yes, it's
alarming.
ravishing.
Thank you. That's a good adjective.
Ravishing. Make sure you put
Ravishing.
that word in your writing.
Thank you.
Ravishing.
Thanks, guys. Have fun writing. I cannot wait to be delivered your essays.
We believe in you, Tri-Central Elementary
Yes, we do.
students, so keep working very, very hard, and remember to persevere on that test.